there are those people that firmly believe, even at the time, that these students were subjected to a military chemical psychological testing. Echoes of MKUltra, which we know MKUltra officially, air quotes, officially ended in, I believe, 73. That's when they stopped it. But did they really?
Which is
they are still doing it today. But could these students been a part, were they tested on by some aspect of offshoot of the MKUltra program?
And is that how a Cuban immigrant started a military academy?
Now, for those people who aren't familiar with us and haven't heard our MKUltra, we've never actually done an MKUltra episode, but it's been in 2 or 3 different episodes. This was a CIA program that ran from 53 to 73. And like I said, 73 is in air quotes.
Because it's definitely a lie.
But this funded experiments into behavioral modification and mind control by using LSD as a dosing mechanism to gain control of the mind, and sleep deprivation, hypnosis, all that shit. So I don't blame people for jumping to this, but I have a hard time. Well, but then again, being a Cuban American school, mostly of Cuban immigrants, if they were going to test somebody, it'd be them.
It's a good spice.
If they were going to throw a test of LSD on a group, it's going to be the Tuskegee experiment.
Wax.
You know, they tend to do things to minorities. Let's be honest. That's the way the government works.
Specifically, well, especially at, I don't know if one would say strategically timed experimentation on people of different race. And 79 in Miami with Cubans would be a peak time to do such a thing, much like they did with African Americans when they were like just kind of getting their foot in the door of normally being part of society, right, in the like 30s and 40s.
I do think this MKUltra is an interesting version of this. You throw in the aspect that it was a military school, so there had to be the government was aware of it, the community in which it was in, what we just talked about. So tensions were high in the community. Even though people were coming here, there were still probably Castro supporters in the group. So tensions in the group was even high. Let's be honest, it made Miami very, very interesting to the intelligence community. So I will say, well,
the government did it.
I mean, I might lean more to the government than the devil, but the symptoms and things that have happened to these students, the way they reacted, are very MKUltra-ish.
MKUltra adjacent.
It does sound a lot about it, but like what these students, how they behave, does sound a lot like a bad trip from what I've heard. But it's very important to say there is no documented proof of this. Of course, it's the CIA. There's not going to be.